Hey, this is Sam Leonard. Now in this video what I want to talk about is caring what other people think of you. And this is something that controls most people's lives, of doing things because they're worried about what other people think of them, or not doing things because they're worried about what other people think of them. And it controls so many aspects of people's lives. They're not truly living an authentic life of their purpose, of what they want to do. Because unfortunately we grow up with all these different influences from our family or our friends, from society, all these expectations on what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to get this education, or get this job, or have this relationship, or whatever it is, and do certain things at certain ages. And unfortunately most people get wrapped up in this, and they use the whole crowd analogy of, oh, everyone else is doing this, so I have to do this as well. When it's not really the case, because most people are not really being authentic. They are lying to themselves on a certain level, and they're not truly being embracing their intuition, their heart, their purpose of what they really want to do in their life. And this is the thing, that most people are worried about what other people think of them, but in reality most people they're not worried about you. They're worried about themselves. They're too busy worried about what you think of them. So it's an illusion that people are they're judging you, and they're thinking certain things about you. Because when you look at it, whenever you come across someone who is truly authentic, then they're very likable, because you know where you stand with them and you're not worried about them judging you. Someone who judges is someone who's actually afraid of being judged. It's like an insecurity, and once you know this, then you can see this in other people, and you can also relax yourself as well, because you don't have to be controlled by that. So being controlled by what other people think is just a fundamental flaw. And you've got to remember that it doesn't come from your heart, it doesn't come from your intuition. It's all in the mind. It's all the ego. Whenever you go into a situation and you have that feeling from your heart, from your soul, that's aligned with you as your true being, that first initial thought is often the correct one, of, oh, I would like to go and do that, or I would like to speak to that person, or I'd like to do this. And unfortunately with our mind, we sabotage it because of the conditioning that we've had in not to do something. And this, unfortunately most people live their lives like this, and you're not living to your true self. And no wonder many people are unhappy, they're unfulfilled, and they're not living their purpose. They're basically living someone else's life. And this is not good for us on as a true being of who we are on a soul level. Now, one of the things you can do for this, first thing is obviously increasing your awareness of this, but another thing you can do is actually try to reduce the noise in your head, reduce the ego, the voice that's telling you, the devil on the shoulder, as it were, telling you can't do this thing, all this negative self-talk that we have. And I mean, there's lots of different aspects to this, and some that I'll cover in later videos, like obviously cultivating self-love, meditation to quiet the mind, so you reduce the noise in your mind, so you can hear from the heart, as it were, your heart and mind aligned more. But if you want immediate action to try and reduce the ego, what you can do is some social freedom exercises. And this is actually where you go and put yourself into a position, a social situation that is on purposely awkward, and people will judge you. And once you do this, and it's terrifying, and when you're doing it, it feels extremely uncomfortable and against everything that we've been conditioned into believing. But once you come out of it, and actually you get this massive sense of elation and empowerment, because you realize nothing happened. And half the time no one even cares. I put myself in certain social situations in the middle of London, and you're doing, I don't know, something that's drawing attention to yourself, and half the people, they don't even care, they don't even look round, and the other people will look at you and it doesn't really matter. You don't know these people, and even if you did, it doesn't matter what other people think of you, because everyone is projecting their level of reality. They're worried about how people perceive them. They really don't care about you. They really don't care what it is that you're doing. And once you do this, you realize you've got out of this situation. You haven't died, nothing bad has happened. Some people, might have looked at you funny. Some people might even find it funny, and you might have actually made their day, because everyone else is going around like a robot, not doing anything out of the ordinary, trying to conform, trying to fit in, worried about what other people think. And you go and do something funny, and you might have actually made someone's day. But once you do this, you realize that nothing bad has happened, and you start to shrink the ego. And this is one of the steps you can do to, try to move forward and try to live from your true purpose, your true self. And you can incorporate it into this state, your life. I mean, yeah, you can go out there and do some extreme stuff, but you can also do on a smaller scale. If you're in a social situation and you feel that you should say something, or you should do something, or you shouldn't do something, but you just go along and conform with the group. This is something you want to stop doing. People that won't respect you for it. People respect people who stand up and actually do what they want to do. If it offends someone else, that's not about you, that's about them. It's about their perception of life and how they think other people should fit in with their pictures. It's not to do with you. So you shouldn't take things personally if someone doesn't agree with you. So you should start living your purpose and living to your truth, what your intuition is telling you, your gut feeling, as it were. And just start making decisions from this place and start following it more, and gradually you'll have a life where you are living, you are going more towards your purpose. You will get fulfilled. You'll find people around you, you'll have more genuine people around you because of this, and you'll attract the right people into your life. So this is all about living authentically, reducing the noise in your head, listen to the ego less, and actually pushing yourself out of your comfort zone when you need to, and actually start living what's in alignment with who you actually want to be. And this will positively affect virtually all aspects of your life, your relationships, your job, or if you want to start a business. If you stop caring what people think, this is the fundamental thing that holds people back, that stops people living the life that they want to do. If you want to go traveling, or if you want to do a certain thing, then often it's caring what people think and all this society's conditioning that will actually stop you doing that. So start living from your intuition and start doing it what it is that you want to do, and you'll benefit other people as well, because they will see that, they'll see you as an example, and you'll also help to empower other people as well. So I hope this video has been helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next video.